We are going to get our message today from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, as we continue. We find in verse 1, in Bethlehem of Judah, there was a man by the name Elimelech. He had a wife by the name Naomi, and he had 2 sons. In Bethlehem of Judah, we find it was called by the other name House of Bread. But at this time, there was famine. Elimelech and his entire family decided to move from Bethlehem of Judah to Moab, because they had at Moab there is food. But in Bethlehem of Judah there was famine. And remember, this famine was not to stay forever. It was a season of famine. And you know, season comes and it goes. But this man, Elimelech, and his family, they decided to move and go to look for green pastures in Moab. I remember in Moab, these people did not regard God. They did not fear God. They served and sacrificed to idols. And when he went there, he was a stranger in that land. And my Bible tells me, while they were there, they stayed here for 10 years. In this process of time, Elimelech died. And he left Naomi with the 2 sons. In the process of time, the 2 sons married daughters of Moabites. That was Orpah and Ruth. But in the process of time, the 2 sons died. And when they died, these 2 daughters of Moabites, they had not given children. So Naomi was left with the strangers, the 2 daughters of Moab. And it was very sad for Naomi, because she went full in the land of Moab, husband, and the 2 sons. And now the family had increased. But instead of multiplying and growing bigger, her family decreased by losing a husband and losing the 2 sons. It became more sad that the 2 sons had not given birth to any child. It was so sad for Naomi. But in that time, Naomi heard that the Bethlehem of Judah, God has visited that land with the bread. And now she looked unto her life and decided, now, there's no need of me staying again in Moab. Let me go back to my native land, Bethlehem, because God has visited them. I'll be there, and I know God will be with me. And she called the 2 daughters and told them, my daughters-in-law, my time has come. I want to go back to my land. And these daughters cried so bitterly and told Naomi, how do you leave us here? But one of them, Orpah, decided to go back. But Ruth said no. Naomi, you are my mother-in-law. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you die, I will die. Wherever you be buried, I will be buried. Your God shall be my God. And Naomi asked Ruth, how do you follow me? I'm old. I cannot get a son. And this son, you cannot wait for him to grow up until you get married to him. And Naomi accepted. And when they were far, about to reach Bethlehem, the people of Bethlehem knew Naomi. And they rushed to Naomi. And you know Naomi's name means pleasant. They started shouting to Naomi, oh, pleasant, you have come back to us. But Naomi told them, no, don't call me Naomi again. Don't call me pleasant. Because the Lord has dealt with me so bitterly. Call me Mara. That means bitter. But I thank God, when Naomi went back, she never dwelt in that bitterness of loss of the husband and the 2 sons. And the two sons died without even giving any birth. Naomi decided to arise and look for a new life. And decided, this is not the end of my life. There must be a move of my life. And Naomi encouraged Ruth to go out and glean wheat with other people. And as Ruth used to come out of the house and go, he went to one of the land of a man by the name Boaz, who was a relative to Naomi. And Ruth found favor in his sight. Naomi decided, I must alive and receive a new life for my family. My husband is gone, my sons are gone. Here I have my daughter-in-law. I must get her somebody to marry her so that the name of my family shall continue. It was something which was not very normal to most of us. But Naomi rose to a new life and told Ruth, today, wake up, wash yourself clean, put off your best dress, put on a perfume, the best oil, wear the best shoes, and go. In the evening, when Boaz sleeps, go and sleep at the end of his feet. And when he asks, who are you? Say, you are my daughter. Praise the Lord. My view may be you are there. You may have lost your job. You have lost your relationship. You have been in a relationship, it has gone. You have lost your family. You have lost your husband. You lost your parents who were so dear to your life. The life has made you to be very bitter. But we are saying it's not our time to dwell in that bitterness. It's a time to arise and receive the newness of the Lord in your life. I know it's bitter. It's not sweet. It's very sour. But we are not going to dwell there. We are going to eager Naomi. Though she was old, she looked up and made a decision to rise up and make sure her family is not forgotten. And she sent Ruth to Boaz. And Ruth obeyed the mother-in-law. When she went there and slept, in the middle of the night, Boaz felt there is somebody here who has come to sleep in my bed. And when he asked Ruth, who are you? He said, me, I'm Ruth, the daughter-in-law who came with Naomi from Moab. What do you want? Me, I want a husband. She went straight and declared what she wants. Because most of the time we beat around the bush, not making it clear what is the desires of our heart. But Ruth clearly stated, I'm looking for a settlement because my husband there at Moab died, and I'm here in a foreign land with a mother-in-law who cannot give birth to a son so that I may be married. I thank God for Ruth. She was also a strong lady. And Boaz said, I have no problem with that. You just, when comes the morning, go back home. Make sure nobody notices this. But I'll make sure if the most immediate kinsman does not take you, I will take you. Now, my viewer, I would like to encourage you. There is no bitterness that is beyond the knowledge of God. There is no bitterness that is beyond the mercies of God. There is no bitterness that is beyond the grace of God. Our God is there for us. When we allow ourselves to shake off that bitterness, remove that jacket of bitterness and arise, You are going to receive a new life. Because the Bible tells me if it's a job, one door closes, God opens another one. Any kind of a loss, God is able to replace it. Because God is a God of restoration. Believe with me that God is going to restore whatever you have lost in life. And may God bless you.